Okay, it was a good basketball game. Give LaSalle credit. They made the plays when they needed to make the plays, and everybody will talk about the last shot and give the kid credit. He made a good shot, but shouldn't ever come down to that. It's like attention to details. When you give up 27 points off of turnovers, and you get 6 and you lose by 21, it's amazing that the game was that close. And again, we make 11 threes, but they make 13 again, and we're having a hard time keeping the guards in front of us. And every time, it's attention to detail. We didn't block out. Every time we made a mistake, it just seemed like they made us pay. We didn't bump the zone right, and Lily hits a 3, or we don't block out right, and someone hits a 3 from the corner, Shepard or whomever. So it was. We played hard. We just didn't play smart, and we got to get back to the attention to detail, doing the little things. And I thought that's what hurt us. And in the end, points off turnovers. You can't lose by 21. Usually that's what we've been doing to teams, and that's why we've had some success. But today, they got us.
Mark, what does this team need to do to improve that attention to detail? Is it
That's
forming habits? Is it practice things? Is it?
Yeah, it's repetition. It's just over and over again. And, you can't regress. As I said all the time, teams and players never stay the same. Either you get better or you get worse. And if you don't continue to work at it, then you're not going to improve. And we gotta get back to the drawing board and make sure that we're doing what we're supposed to do individually, especially on the defensive end, to stop people. We got to do a better job rebounding, and we got to do a better job of keeping the ball in front of us.
After St. Louis, you mentioned how it was the role players that really affected the game. You guys did an okay job against McKeith and Shepard, White, and Aker, but then Jones and Lilly have 16 apiece.
Yeah. It's we did a good job, and McKeithen is a really good player, and we did a decent job in him. But yeah, it's those role guys. Shepard always hurts us. But yeah, Jones and Lilly, Lilly hitting 3 threes, I guess 2, really hurt us. But those guys, they played well, and give them credit. And made the shot at the end, and disappointing result, but now we got to go back and correct things and work on things and get better.
Your first experience with overtime this season. What did you say to the guys?
It's 5 minutes. Let's go out and play. It's a 5-minute game, and you want to get off to a good start. And I thought we did. And then we had some errors. Coming out of timeouts, we don't execute a play, and shots taken, we don't block out, and those are the things that good teams do, and average teams or poor teams don't do. It's about execute. It's about competing, and it's about executing. And we didn't do that consistently today.
You okay with how those last couple possessions you had on offense and overtime, how they went with Melvin driving to the basket? You got you there at the end of regulation and overtime. Are you okay with how those played out?
Yeah.
Lajae was one missed shot away from going perfect stat line tonight, saved the 4 fouls. How reliable has he become?
Yeah, from an offensive standpoint, he played well. And so just like the rest of our guys, we gotta block out, we gotta be able to defend. And the offense is, you score 82 points, you should win. But we're not doing the little things. And it's the toughness stuff. It's the rebounding. It's keeping guys in front of us. It's helping the helper. All the fundamentals that take work. We got to get back to doing that.
Noel, your coach is talking about got to get back to little things to build the habits again. What do you have to do that quickly to really get this team right back on track after losing back-to-back games the first time this season?
It just starts with practice. I believe, honestly, like situations like this, as you know, like teams can splinter or they can go together. I honestly think it starts with practice. Like we have a good opportunity. We have a few days to practice, locking out what we need to do. I think it honestly takes like taking on the chin and learning from it. Not like, obviously, like it just sucks to lose, and like no one wants to lose. We don't want to lose again. But it's like you have to take these on the chin. You have to learn from it. You have to move. You have to correct as soon as you can. Like life is like a pivoting thing. Like you can't do anything to change about the game, but you can learn what you did wrong and then move forward as a team together. So we got to figure out a way to correct our mistakes and then just move forward on the same page as a team. Be aggressive.
from a player perspective, what do you guys think you have to do to maintain the lead better in the second half?
Be tough.
Yeah.
Just be tough, to be honest. Like, our identity is supposed to be toughness, and there were some spots, coaches talked about it in depth, but like, we as a squad have to be just tougher. Like, that has to be our pain. We have to own that pain, and that just has to be like step one, and then we can move forward. But as a team, as a unit, as our culture, it just has to be tougher.
Any others?
One question for Lajae. What allowed you to really open up your game today?
It was just putting in the work, just before and after practice. It's just reps. So the reps just carried over to the game. Tried to take good shots, and it just blessed me to have them fall.